everyone, April here from Dragons and Dresses Craftsorium. I was asked to show the rice paper that I have left from my online store that I had, and I went through them all and wrote down how many of each one that I have on here. There's quite a few, as you can see, at least 150. So I'm going to go through them pretty quick and tell you the quantities. They are $2 a sheet, and I will put that on the screen, and there are no links, so if you want anything, you either have to comment on this video or send me a message, and I will put on there, you know, if they're sold out or not. All right, we're going to get started. This is the wood bark one that I used on the cross that I did, which is this cross here, and I have 3 sheets of this left. Sorry, but they're cutting down trees next door. They're always doing something next door. I have 3 sheets of this left, and it's a full sheet like this. Not this. This is what I have left of the other one, and I forgot to take a full one out. But it has 2 sizes like this, and then a bigger one at the top. And I have 5 of this one, and this is 0048. Oh, the tree bark is 0049. This one is 0048. (0130) for all the butterflies, and I have 3. You can put these in resin as long as it's a white back resin or a light colored back. And these are 8 by 10. This is the Armenian art that I used on the front of that same cross, which is this one. And I have quite a bit left on that sheet. 00171, R0171, sorry. This says Athens on all 3 of them. And it's R0216, R0216. Now these are a little bit darker in person because I don't understand why the white balance is so off. But if you're into horses, I have 2 of the horse ones. And that's 272. The cherry blossoms are 276. And I have 5 of them. I have 2 of the horses, by the way. 5 of the cherry blossoms at 276. This is an East one, a little late for this year, but maybe you could get it for next year. 285, and I have 4 of this one. 285. I have 3 of this one with the bunnies on it, and it's 286. 286. 287 for these rabbits. These are more like storybook rabbits with a few little ducks and chicks. 287, and there's 4. There's 3 of the Valentine one. 292. There's 3 of this one. There's 2 of the hearts with the purple and blue flowers. There's only 1 that's blue. The rest are purple. There's small ones and large ones. These are great for putting on ornaments as well, which we'll get into that later. There's 2 of this one, and it's 295. 318. There's 5 of this one with the castle and then the vintage. 318, and there's 5. 319 for the Edwardian women. 319, and I have 5 of this one. The peacocks, I have 2 different peacock ones. There's 5 of each of these. There's 5 of this one, and it's 323, 323, and I'm going to try to put it somewhere on the screen, probably over here. 323, and I have 5. 324, and I have 5. This one's got the normal colored peacocks. There's green ones, blue ones, and then there's purple. And that's 324, and I have 5. 344, and I have 3. These are really cute. Very vintagey, postmark. And this is the smaller version of that one, 345, and I have 4. 345. 363, and I have 3, and it's got a bookmark and some hearts and flowers that you can put in on jewelry. 3 of these, and it's 363. 365, I have 4. 365, I have 4. It's got ladies and flowers and ivy. For the gentleman in your life, we have 372, and there's 6 of these. 372, there's 6. I believe this is Russian. Cute little cherubs with music notes. This is like this Old Lang Syne for New Year's Eve. And there's 2 of this one, and it's 375. 375, and I have 2.
There's 3 of this one with the, plants on it. 401, and I have 3. 401. And the mate to it is 402, and I have 5. 402, and I have 5. Pink carnations, 411, and I have 2. 411, quantity 2. I'm sorry if I'm going too fast, but I have a lot to get through. 421, and this is the only one of these that I have. 421, and there's only this one. Teddy bears, I have 6 of this one. 464, and it's different pairs of bears, and then there's some singles too. 464, and there's 6 of this one. You could cut out the hearts and use them on pieces too. Another Easter, 477, and I have 3. 477, and I have 3. The bells could be used for weddings or anything too. 481, and I have 4 with the children. That's just mean how they're laughing at that kid. 481, and I have 4. 485 with my little guy with the lederhosen. He is the cutest thing. 485, and I have 3. 486, and I have 2. This one's very vibrant. 486, and there's 2. You could use some of these that, you know, not necessarily for Easter, but just spring in general. Home Sweet Home, we have 5 of this, and it's 521. 521. There's a big one, and then 3 small ones. 524, butterflies and flowers. And there's 2 of this one. 524. For bathroom pieces, this is gorgeous. It's French. 529, and I have 6 of this one. Fabrique en France and Savon Exquisite. 529, and I have 6 of this one. 532, and there's 2 little cherubs. These would make great little bookmarks or key tags. 532, and there's 2. There's 7 of this one. More key tags with music notes and flowers. Very 1900s, 1920s. 538, and I have 7. These are gorgeous. They would make great key tags. 542, and there's 4. If you're into paper crafting, you can use these however you'd like, or decoupage. That's what they're for. But you can put them in resin. We have before. 524, and I have 4 of this one. This one's adorable. 544, and I have 3. 544, and I have 3. Another French bathroom, or Parisian bathroom. 571, and I have 5. The flowers are really pretty. You can put them on the borders of things. 571, and I have 5. 572, and there's 4. This one has a sailboat in it. 572. And there's 4. This one's cute. 611, and there's 4. I've used this one on something back in the day. About 3 years ago I did. I love the border and all too. 611, and there's 4. 611, and there's 4. Let me pull it a little closer so we can see a little bit better. Sorry for the camera moving. I'm going to pause it while I adjust the camera better. Okay, let's try it this way instead. Oh, I turned them the wrong way. I don't want to get them out of order. Okay, this one is 636, and I have 5. These are the different seasons. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Or summer and fall. Yeah, winter, spring, summer, and fall. And they're over here as well. This one's a winter. And it's 636, and there's 5. 637, and I have 4. Well, that's not working for me either. Hang on. All right, let's go back this way. 640, and I have 4. The Edwardian portrait, and there's beautiful flowers on it. 640, and there's 4. It's very light pinks and taupes. 688, and there's 6. 688, and there's 6. 689, and there's 6. 689, and there's 6. 690, and I have 5. 690, and I have 5. 691, and there's 6. That's 691, and there's 6. This would be pretty on a notebook. 692, and there's 5. 692, 5. 693, and I have 5. 693, and there's quantity of 5. 694, quantity of 5. 694. And then the smaller versions of some of them, 695. Yeah, that was 694. This is 695, and there's 5. 695. 696, 5. 696, and there's 5. 697, and there's 5. You can put these on cards too. You can cut these out and decoupage them on a piece of cardstock and put it on the front of a card, which we'll do that in another video when I get into the paper crafting stuff, as soon as I can find it all. 697, and I have 5. These are so cute. 699, and I have 3. On one of the domino boxes or something, that would be pretty. 699, and I have 3. 740, and there's 4. 740. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of pinks and blue, gray, green. 706, and there's 4. 706, and there's 4. 708, girls with high heel shoes. Looks like maybe from the 40s, 30s and 40s. 708, and I have 4. I have 5 of this Home Sweet Home. 5 of Home Sweet Home. On a tray, that would be pretty. And then there's a smaller version, 730, and this is the only one. 730. I have 3 of the purple lilac or whatever they are, the purple flowers. 746, and there's 3. 746. I only have 1 of the pink rose left, and that's 747. I used this one on the front of this cross here. And it's 747, and it's the last one. And everybody needs these to put on something. And they all are black and white. They're all over the place. They all have the same 4. I have 4 of these, and it's 811. 811, and there's 4. This is pretty. And I have 4 of these. 816, and there's 4. This could be cute on the spine of one of those book molds. And this is just this size paper. I do have larger 11 by 17s too, but we'll do that a different day. This is 825, and I have 4. 825, and I have 4. 828, and I have 3. 828, and I have 3. And I can mail these, and you can, I'll give you how much it is for mailing if you want to purchase them. I won't fold them or anything and put them in the envelopes. I do have some mailer envelopes. You can get them priority mail, I think, for under $10, and I can just put them all in the same mailer and send them to you for $10. Or I can put them in a bubble mailer and mail them regular mail. Take about a week or so to get them, but I'll have to tell you how much that is later. 842, and I have 4. 845, and there's 3. 845, and there's 3. 857, and I have 3. 857, and I have 3. And they're really pretty red-breasted robins. $872, and there's 4 with coffee. $872, and there's 4. This would be really pretty on a tray. Rome. 875, and there's 3. 875, and there's 3. On a traveling scrapbook maybe. New York, 879, and there's 3 with the statue. Coney Island, 879, and I have 3. The Blue Roses, 890, and I have 2. 890, and there's 2. Poppies, 957, and there's 4. 957, and there's 4. The Swans, 974, and there's 4. 974, and there's 4. These would be pretty on cards in one of the smaller rectangular trays. 977, and I have 2. Birdie Darling, Fly Across the Ocean, Birdie, beautiful song and chorus. And it's kind of a taupey pink up here. 977, and there's 2. 978, and there's 2. This is kind of a gray-green. 978, and there's 2. 976, and there's 3. It's butterflies and birds and butterfly. 976, and there's 3. And these all came from Poland. 990, and there's 4. Home Sweet Home. That would be perfect in one of those oval trays. That's pretty too. It's pinks and taupe. 990, and there's 4. We're getting into some of the Christmassy ones here with these doggies. 1016, and I have 2 of these left. These were very popular. I had to reorder these a few times. 1016, and there's 2. There's Dachshunds, and there's a Dachshund. I don't know what that is. Maybe a Dachshund puppy, a little bulldog puppy, and those with mistletoe. 1016, and I only have 2. And if you're a kitty cat lady or person, man, person, whatever, 1017, and I have 2 of these left with the kitty cats. 1017, and there's 2. And this is a little bit of all of them. It's half size of each sheet, which this is good for ornaments. And it's 1018, and I have 4. 1018, and I have 4. This is beautiful at Christmas. I have a plaque that I made out of this one that I hang up at Christmas time. 1025, it's very Victorian. And there's 5 of this one. 1025, and there's 5. These will go on that small book too, like the cover of a book. 1028, and I have 4 nice picture frames with scenes in some of them of the creation all. 1028, and there's 4. There's medallion frames. 1029, and I have 3. 1029, and I have 3. I have 6 of this one. This one was very popular. I had to order this one a couple times with the little frames and the brooches and all. 1052, and I have 6 of this one. 1052, and there's 6. That looks like a real brooch too. It's very 3D looking. 1059, and this is the last of the green one that I did on the bottle. No, I did purple on the bottle. Yeah, I did purple. 1061, and there's only 1 of this one. It's a hummingbird, and it's got flowers and a beetle. 1061, there's 1. 1064, there's 2. There's 4 of these smaller ones. They would fit on the books also. And you can decoupage these on the book after it's made and just do a top coat. 1065, and I have 2. 1065, and there's 2. Another Easter, 1072, and there's 1. I have them in order of number, not season. And this is the last one of these. This one was very popular. This one I think I ordered 2 or 3 times. 1072, and there's 1 because these we were putting on eggs. Actual small eggs that we were doing. Now, this is rice paper and it virtually disappears. Not completely, but it does somewhat disappear. 1072, and this is the last one of that one. I have two of this one, 1088, 1088, with the fairies and the bunnies and the little chickies. It's very, very pale. I put these on candles. You can, yes, you can put the rice paper on an actual wax candle, or those candles that are the fake candles with the flicker that are waxed on the outside. You just heat it up with you put it on with cellophane or wax paper, and you heat it up with your heat gun, and it sticks to it. 1088, and I have two. We're getting into some floral and fruit. This one is lemons with pink poppy. It's 1095, 1095, and I have four. These are great on like the cutting boards or charcuterie boards. 1099, and there's four. This one was 1098, I believe. 1095 was the lemons. This is a berry of some sort. 1099, and there's four. 1100, this is poppies and blackberries. 1100, and I have five. 1101, and there's four, and this is, it looks like cranberries and daisies. 1101, and there's four. Grapes and roses. 1102, and there's three. I actually used this one on something, and it turned out gorgeous. 1102, and I have three. It's peach colored wild roses and grapes. Roses and cherries. 1103, and there's three. I use this one as well. 1103, and there's three. Pink roses and dark cherries. 1103, and I have three. And we are not even we're about halfway. Music notes, there's two of these, and it's 1111. 1111, and I have two. 1111. There's three of this one. 1144, and it's different colored flowers. 1144. This one's very 3D-ish. 1147. And there's three. Excuse me, 1150, and there's four. 1150, and there's four. The top part has lace underneath. It looks like lace. 1150, and there's four. 1121, and there's four. 1121, and there's four. Maps, this is the only one. 1125, this one was very popular. 1125, and there's one. East Hampton, Brooklyn, New York and Brooklyn, New York. South Hold Shelter Island. They're maps of apparently the New York area. 1125, and there's one, very vintage looking. This one is beautiful. It's Polish, and it's 1131, and there's four. This would go good on one of those boxes. Put this on the top and these on the sides. 1131, and there's four. This is the hummingbird that I had used. 1153, and I have three of these, and it's got two different scenes on it. If you remember the green bottle that I did on a live. 1153, and there's three. Birds and flowers. 1174, and I have two. 1174, and I have two. Home Sweet Home, perfect for a tray or to decoupage on a plaque. 1180, and there's five. 1180, and there's five. It's very pale colors. Cute little angels. 1184, and there's two. And it says, love you and love. 1184, and I have two. These are gorgeous peach roses with purple spray on it. 1206, and this is the last one I had. This one, I sold a lot of this one. 1206, and this is the only one. Now we're into some artwork looking ones. These are actual portraits or prints of these paintings. 1213, and I have 2. This one is 1213, and there's 2. Here's another one, 1215, and there's 6. These are ships in ocean. Well, 4 of the 6 are. These are by Alfred and Aniol, just like the last one was. I have 6 of this one, 1215. The Dancers, 1231. I have 4. 1231, and there's 4. There's 2 of each one. There's 2 of, well, there's only 1 of that one. There's 2, a smaller one and a larger one. These would go pretty in those books too. The book mold. This is, artist is Magdalena Rochon. 1231, and there's 4. More artwork, 1241, and there's 5 of this one. Katarzyna Lach from Poland. There's 5 of that, 1241. Here's some more Christmas collection, 1271, and I have 3. These are perfect for ornaments. When we do Christmas in July, I'll show you how to do these on ornaments. It's 1271, and I have 3. I've done several sets of the ornaments and sold them. They were custom orders. 1273, and I have 4. This one was 1271. This is 1273. They're like Thomas Kinkade. They aren't Thomas Kinkade, but they look like Thomas Kinkade. So 1271, which is this one, there was 3. In 1273, there's 4. Angels at Christmas, 1303, and I have 3. This is not quite as blue as it's showing up on screen. It's more of a green. This is beautiful. I've used this one. 1306, and I have 2. 1306, and I have 2. 1309, and I have 2. 1309, and there's 2. These are gorgeous deer ones. 1310, and there's 2 of this one. 1310. These would be nice on key rings or keychain things. 1310, and I have 2. 1311, and I have 2. 1311, and I have 2. 1312, and I have 3, and this completes that set. 1312, and there's 3. You could cut these pieces out individually as well. This one's semi-steampunk, 1319, and there's 2. 1319, and there's 2. This is a little more blue, and this is more of a rust and green. And there's blue and green up here, and that's a very light red. There's 2 of this one, 1319. 1324, and there's 5. 1319, and there's 5. I'm sorry, 1324, and there's 5. These are pretty pieces that you can separate. More floral, 1330, and there's 4. I did these in ornaments as well for a spring tree. 1330, and there's 4. 1330, and I have 4. There's 4 of this one. 1357. 1357. And there's 4. Oh, these are backwards. Okay. 1359, and I have 5. 1359, and there's 5. 1361, and there's 4. 1361, 1361, and there's 4. This is the last of this one, 1364. Blue butterflies and flowers. 1364, and that's the last one. And these are going to be first come, first serve. So if you want something, you need to comment below, and as soon as it's sold, then I will mark it that that number is sold. 1373 is 4. And we can do PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, whatever those things are. 1373, and there's 4. Or if you'd like, you can send me the money in a check or money order or whatever, and I'll hold them to the side until I receive payment. If I don't receive payment within 7 days after confirmation, then it'll go back up. 1373, and there's 4. There's only one of this one, 1375. There's only one. She reminds me of Shirley Temple. 1375, and there's 1. 1389, there's 2. 1389, this is very pinky orange and yellowy green. 1389, and there's 2. 1403, and there's 2. 1403, and there's 2. 1409, and there's 4. 1409, and there's 4. 1412, this is Paris and pink, and there's 2. 1412, 1412, and there's 2. I also have that one in blue. 1413, and there's 2. 1413, and there's 2. 1482, and I have 4. These are Christmas with poinsettia, or poinsettia, however you want to pronounce it. 1482, and I have 4. Here's some more Christmas in blue. 1486, and there's 2. These make beautiful ornaments. I actually have some of these that I made for myself for our tree, one of our trees. 1486, and there's 2. 1490, 1490, and there's 2. These are perfect for ornaments as well, or key rings, or it's 1490, and I have 2. Sorry if I'm going too fast. You can always go in your settings and slow it down. I'm just trying to get this out ASAP. That's 1490, and there's 2 of that one. And that's the red, and this one goes with it as well. Not with it, but it goes in the same collection. 1491, 1491, and this is the last one of these that I have. Very Victorian vintage. These make great ornaments. 1493, and this is the last one of the angels. 1493. And it's the last one. That's 1493. 1497. And that's the last one of those. 1511. That's 1511. Black and white Paris. And there's 4. That's the black and white Paris. And there's 4. Here's a different one. And there's 4. That's 1512, 1512. And there's 4. Backdrop for the Christmas stuff or wintertime. 1518. That's 1518. And there's 5. This is great. You can fussy cut it along there and put it around a jar, a candle in a jar, or around one of those faux candles. That's 1518. And there's 5. This one has the little wolf on it there too. Nighttime, not necessarily Christmas, but it's blue. And it's 1521, and I have 5. 1521, and there's 5. You can cut these and put them out on different trays. 1522, and there's 4. of the blue. 1522, and there's 4. This is very Frozen-esque with the blue ice crystals and the snowflakes. 1522, and there's 4. 1525, and I have 5. 1525, and there's 5. That's peaches and greens and rust. 1525, and there's 5. 1526, and there's 4. This one is more greens and a light, or kind of a pinky color. 1526, and there's 4. 1526, and there's 4. 1527, and there's 5. That's very winter. 1527, and there's 5. This one's gorgeous. 1532, and there's 2. 1532, and there's 2. 1534, and there's 3. 1534, and there's 3. You can use those individually. 1534, and there's 3. 1541, and there's 4. Very 1920s. Wedding. Beautiful fuchsias with a little green and some white. That's 1514, and there's 4. 1543, this goes with that set, and there's 4. Very vintage, 1920s, 1900s. 1543, and I have 4. 1546, and I have 3. 1546, and I have 3. Sorry about hitting the camera. I have 1547, and I have 6 of this one. This one was very popular. I've had to order this one a couple of times. I love you with all my heart. I love you. I like you. And thank you. So you could cut these out and put them on different of the trinket trays or on the book cover, on the top of a box. 1547, and there's 6. The little bunnies, 1578, and this is the only one of these that I have left. 1578. There's 2 of this one, 1579, which we saw this one on my last live. 1579. Pinks and blues with red and purple. There's 2 of those, and that was 1579. 1598, there's 4. This is back with that other set. 1598. 1598, and I have 4. 1599, and I have 5. 1599, and I have 5. This is perfect for those trinket trays. And there's 5 of these. These are beautiful. 1603, and I have 3 of this one. 1603. That would be beautiful on one of those trinket trays. Very springy. 1603, and there's 3 of those. 1604, and there's 3 of these. These 2 would go great on there. 1604, and I have 3. The little fairies, 1605, and I have 2 of these. This one was very popular. I have 2 of these. And this is 1605, 1605. The butterflies, 1606, and I have 3 butterflies and dragonfly. 1606, and there's 3. This is a part of a collection, 1609, and there's 4 of this one. If you wanted to get the whole collection. 1610, and there's 3. Like I said, if you want to put these in resin, you could put these in the trinket trays. Especially if you do it in layers, you put this on the bottom, of course face down, and then you can put your white or lighter color over the back of it. You could even paint over the back of it with a white or a light color so it would pop, and then do whatever color you want to do on the tray, or put sand behind it, around it. That would be pretty. That's 1610, and there's 3. 1611, and there's 4. 1611, and I have 4. 1626, and I have 4. More manger scene. 1626, and I have 4. 1627, and this is the last one of these. These are great for like on the top of a Christmas card. 1627, and this is the last one. Remember, these are all $2 a sheet. They go for way more than that anywhere else, but this is what I have left in my store. 1628, and I have 2. These are blues. 1628, and there's 2 of this one. 1631, and there's 1. 1631, and there's 1 of this one left. That means this is the last one. 1631, and that's the last one. This was a very popular set, and I did a set of these as well. 1632, and I have 1. 1632, and I have 1. 1631, which this goes with that last one. 1631, and I have 6. I put this on a candle. 1633, and there's 6. Blues and creams and light sagey green and celery green. There's some pumpkins in it, and berries and straw flowers. 1633, and there's 6. 1634, this is a continuation of that same set, and there's 5. You could put these in a coaster with a color around it. 1634, and there's 5. 1635, and there's 4. 1635, and there's 4. I believe this is the last one in that set. Let me see. Yes, this is the last one in that set. 1636, and there's 4. 1636, and there's 4. Then we have some clocks. 1641, and I have 2 of this one left. This one was super popular. 1641, and there's only 2 of these left. 1646, and there's 4 carousels and a rocking horse. 1646, and there's 4. These are the clowns. 1651, and there's 3. 1651, and there's 3. These are very vivid. 1651, and I have 3. 1655, and I have 4. This goes with that one. 1655, and there's 4. I did this on the front of the other side of the pink cross. That's this one. And there's 3 of these, and it's 1669, 1669, and I have 3. And 3 at 1669. This one's gorgeous, and it's the last one I had. 1670, 1670. The very last one. Once these are all gone, they're gone because I no longer have my store online. 1675, and I have 4. 1675, and I have 4. That would make a cute trinket tray too. There's 4. And these are the smaller versions with more on it. 1676, and there's 2. These made great ornaments. I made a set of these as a commission piece. There's this one, and then there's some with boys on it that went with it that I made in the whole set. 1676, and I have 2. Very soft. 1693, and there's 2. 1693, and there's 2. 1696, and there's 2. This is kind of a I don't know what, parchment color maybe. 1696 and there's 2. 1697 and there's 4. 1697 and there's 4. This would go in that smaller oval tray. 1697 and there's 4. 1701 and there's 4. 1701 and there's 4. These would be pretty in the bottom of those trays. One is squared and one is not, and one is rounded. There's 4 at 1701. These are all $2 a sheet. 1702, these are absolutely beautiful. 1702 and there's 4. I think I might, depending on if these all sell, I might put one of these in one of those trinket trays because that would be beautiful. 1702 and there's 4 for now. 1703 and there's 2 for now. 1703 and there's 2. Actually, I have my own set of these. Never mind. There's 2, 1703. Oh, let me show them a little bit closer. There's 2 of that one, and it's 1703, 1704. And there's 4. 1705, and there's 5. This is Hans Zatka. I can't pronounce it. That's 1705. There's the artist of these. I could pronounce the Hans part. 1859 to 1945. Now that's when he was alive. And there's 5 of that one at 1705, 1706, and this is the last one of this one. And that's the blues. Same person. 1706. These I know are going to go over great. There's 3 of this one, 1708. 1708, and there's 3. 1732, and there's 4. There's 2 in this series. 1732, and there's 4. And these are blue and green. This is the other one, 1733. It kind of goes with the next one, but not really. 1733, and there's 3. 1734, and there's 2. It's a fairy and woodland. Blues and green. 1734, and I have 2. 1735, and I have 4, and it's a greens with a fairy. 1735, and there's 4. These are all ITD collection. 1736, and I have 3. And these are all from Poland, and I paid the import fees and everything. These are dragonfly and fern. 1736, and there's 3. This is going to be an hour long, and I'm sorry. 1747, and there's 2. Life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale. 1747, and there's 2. Don't just stand there, make something happen. 1748, and there's 2. That would be cute on something. 1749, and there's 2. 1749, and there's 2. 1752, and there's 5 of this one. 1752, and there's 5. They're kind of a purpley grape and a greenish gray. 1753, and I have 6 of this one with the betta fish. 1753, that's 1753, and I have 6, and it's a beautiful blue and green. This goes with that other collection where we saw the small ones. 1755, and I have 5, but you could cut these out in pieces. If you'll notice, they're a large put together piece of the smaller ones. There's 5 of this one, and it's 1755. And this is the boys that I was telling you about, 1769, and there's 2. This was the other part of my collection that I did, the ornaments. $17.69, and there's 2. And this was the last one of the mama and child. $17.70, and this is the last one of these that I have. $17.70, and this is the last one. Teddy bears, $17.83. $17.83, and there's 2. I used this one up here and made a nightlight for my grandson. $17.83, and there's 2. $17.84, and there's 2. $17.84, and there's 2. Now these are absolutely gorgeous, and I know y'all are all going to want these, but I only have one of this next one. One. It's a wolf with ravens and a castle in the background. $17.85, and that's the last one. $17.85, and it's the last one. $17.87, 1787, and I have 3 of this one. There's 3 of that one. That dragon right there is gorgeous. It's very Norse. $17.87, 1787, and there's 3. Try not to spoil anything. $1788, and there's 3. An owl and a dream catcher and a stag and a gathering. $1788, and there's 3. There's dragons. And I have 2 of this one, 1790. Dragons, 1790, and I have 2. Oh, that's the other one. I thought I put it in the thing. 1791, and there's 3. 1791, and there's 3. $1792, and I have 2. It's more dragons. 1792, and there's 2. Now I got the hiccups. 0891 is the last one. 0891, and they're pink roses. This is a wedding collection. 1799, and there's 3 of this sheet. 1799. This would make a great wedding scrapbook album. And why is that one turned that way? I don't know. 1796, and there's 3. 1795, and there's 3. Somebody has already bought one of each of these, so 1794, and I have 2 left of that one. And 1793, and there's 3. Again, if you want any of these, make sure you put the number down and you put it in the comments below. Once they are all gone of that, I will comment in the comments that that certain one is out. They are $2 a sheet, and if you want multiples, just put down the numbers. Once they're gone, they're gone. I will not be ordering anymore because I no longer have my store. And we can get to some different things that I have later on. I have cardstock, I have paint, I have all kinds of stuff left. And it's all from different countries. I have molds and stuff, but I can't really sell those on here. We could do a private thing. If you want to do a private video chat, we can, and I can show you what all I have at different times. All the link to our Facebook page is down below, as well as my email address. So if you want multiples, just email me. And with that, I want to say thank you very much. And if you've made one person laugh or smile every day, then your day's been worthwhile. And I hope you have a wonderful one, and we'll see you on the flip side.